Well, I have some ideas. So, like, um, well, where to start? So, I got an answer from the bishop from the Christ Catholic Church, and it is a proper answer, but they are in reality a small church and cannot do much for inclusion. But he encouraged me to continue, and it's kind of noted that I did this work with Pater Alois, so like a philosophical, theological thesis. Now, well, this is so this is a public number from SRF, so I can show this, but like, so it's definitely the best example we have yet. So like I will, this is a lot, so I will, and it's kind of unfiltered and so on, but I will copy paste this to Royal Road, because this is exactly like this is exactly what changed. So like this is an AI summary of this scientific proof for an atheist by this Dr. Zakir Naik, and he was very successful. So this was like 14 years ago, and but like I was able to refute this, right? So that's exactly what I would expect someone to try with my attempt. So I'm basically claiming something similar. Now with my input, the well, I didn't fully read this yet, but so that's definitely something. Ghost, like that's for me really impressive how quickly, and especially Gemini. But then you have the comparison to uh, ChatGPT as well. So yeah. Um, so refute this argument. It's not a refute, like it's not refuting whether God exists or not. It's just that this argument is falling completely apart, and this is not a good look for everyone involved. So that's it's kind of very scammy, right? So, but yeah, and the reality is that millions believe this, right? And that's the problem. It's the same problem I have with Nancy, with this evangelicale preacher, so the most influential around here. I mentioned in the book this Dr. Liebe. So just because they are a doctor, they have this reach. Now, there was another, but it's so like, so this is something. It was mentioned from actually the other grandmother of my nephew. So like already now 3 months ago. So when it was released, so this podcast step by step, and I think it's like good reporting by SRF that they point out that this is not at all like kind of accepted by like any experts in the field, and that you have those very long waiting lists, especially when it comes to long COVID in Switzerland. So, to my understanding, England, they built like 40 new clinics, so reha clinics, just because of that. I mean, just like we have 300,000 in Switzerland alone. So, like, we still are not 10 million, but we are roughly 10 million in Switzerland, 300,000. And like, it's a very bad uh, podcast, and I don't think it's good that this podcast gets attention and everything else doesn't. But it got this much attention. Like, the problem is, just because that worked in one case, so far the other cases are not Switzerland in 300,000. That doesn't mean that this works, right? And so that's why I will consult my like former coach, so this Mark Moser, the TDX talk I shared. I think like there I don't have this issue because it's like 15 minutes speech, right? And so you cannot uh, too much substance, and it's very well presented. So like I should maybe I will attach it again, right? But there is no such general easy way out for everyone, right? So it's yeah. So I actually but like they did not listen yet. So the other project I'm planning is that I will so this Eberlesti. So I will apply. Uh, I will fill out this Gesuchsformular, and I will just like tell them that they should replace the president by AI. So that will be my project. So like this useless and andere ought as well. So like my project will be to fund that they fund my idea to replace them by to replace them by AI. But I actually have the same project for the Abbas in Einsiedeln. So it's this bad with the communication, and so there I will ask Mark as well. So he has exactly this background. So like this kind of tricky communication, and there is no as God forgotten communication as in the monastery in Einsiedeln. So it's like this is worse than any family, and my family is bad. That's like it came to indictments and so on, but like this is yeah. So I'm not like that, like because like, but I know now that it's just annoying for the next like 2-3 weeks maximum, and so this inflammation in the um, in the balls region, the left balls region. So like, but it's a mechanical inflammation. So and it's not because I had too much like. So they actually asked several times if I had especially gay intercourse, because so one possibility was kidney stone basically, or like kind of more like anal like issues that could like lead to this kind of constant pain. But I sadly am not doing that well, and I'm not into like yeah. So, but like so like if you can exclude all the kind of tricky things, then like it's reassuring that you know it's not like it's not more than inflammation, right? So it's a bit tricky because it seems not to be viral or bacteria, so that's not that common. And so, but I mean, it adds up with it. I was just very stressed because of the issues with my parents, especially, and they don't take that serious, and they just they, they just don't take that serious. But this example I shared with my mother, and I expected this, but like she gets this example. What I don't get is why they don't apply the same standard to kind of our work. So my attempt at proving the existence of God scientifically, and this is the example I so that kind of well, it was kind of a coincidence. So that was an example for the statistics course my father taught at the university. So like I don't get this, and the problem is that you cannot ask them normally. So as soon as yeah, so but the other idea is that I will just I have still an agreement with Pater Lucas that I'm always allowed to practice. So if it's not otherwise in use in the like, it's probably better not in the große Saal. I kind of want an audience, so I will probably do the same in the Pfarrei house if no one else is like joining in, and so I will just do uh, uh, um, my practicing there now in this new Pfarrei building in Einsiedeln. But it's so like this time there is not the issue that I will get in like trouble with the police because of the AfD. So there are no elections at the moment in Germany. So but it's kind of well, it's kind of like according to Putin, it's an act of terrorism. What I will do, so like it's a terroristic practicing. Maybe someone will join in, and so it will become a concert in this month. And I mean, I can arrange that a bit, but like they didn't understand. So like the ones that still know me just indirectly, they just don't understand why this new rector, a professor in math, doesn't even respond generically. And even worse when it comes to the music scene, right? And so I I did reach out to this World Economic Forum founder, co-founder, so Gerhard Schmidt, so this professor, and like he is dog shit, like not as bad as Klaus Schwab, but like such a terrible soul, and like the worst part is my godfather looks up to those kind of people. Like they are just, when it counts, they are just eben unzuverlässige Arschlöcher. You cannot put it in any other way. And like all of them involved. So like why can they not normally reach out? But I found now solutions. But you are all part of the list. Like all of them. and they always need to tell themselves otherwise. But like if you're part of my list, yes, you deserve the place. The problem is that are many lacking. So there might be worse cases that are not on my list, right? Because you don't always have, like with Kasparov or Peter Singer, a public email address. But that's no excuse, right? And so, so I hope this. They don't get it. They are like, the reality is like my mother as well. So because she thinks she is like she passed this extra so it was an extra statistics course. So like she thinks like she has no clue about like stochastics and probabilities when you compare it to what was needed to pass like the first year in physics. But she like my parents are probably, besides the math teachers I mentioned, when it comes to this, especially from their generation, the best in those 10,000 souls roughly in Einsiedel. And like most of it is just like this Dunning-Kruger effect. So they think, but this is this simple that my mother understands it. What I don't get, why she cannot apply it to like my so all those obvious things you can check with ChatGPT. I did check. Now, the first step is to get where I was with my father, but like that you understand what this test and p-value, like you need to change around some of the data points. And but like I need more patience, but I'm actually quite hopeful because like I managed with Farouk. And so I think this is this is the way how we like if I claim that I was able to discuss it and it kind of is accepted by ChatGPT Plus. So it told me like my math teachers that this is something you should publish, right? That doesn't trigger a community like the FFA Masters Discord or even worse, the Ashland's Call forum, because like you have to do something like this. You have to show that you were able to explain it to a girl or like yeah. So otherwise they are this like I mean, you still don't understand philosophically speaking how that was. So Einstein knew 1 squared times 1 is equal 1. And there were 99.7% of the population that didn't get that. And that's the issue. You are not aware that you are part worse than in Matrix. You are disenslaved. You are part of this indoctrinated, and they all of them, like they don't like especially those snowflakes, MAGA Republicans, the ones from Texas. There are not many left, but we still have some on the forum. So like they don't want to be this kind of but it's this difficult to show them how fucking easy they are to be manipulated, right? And so this is why this is an important example. And like, I guarantee you, most of you didn't fall for this because you didn't even watch the clip at the time. But this is when it comes to like what they are doing with and it works for like 40%. So the Zionists, and so this is exactly where like this is the most devoted believers in Trump. So like they just like they just tell themselves he cannot lie because in the bigger picture he has like the right goals. So like that, I don't know what it is, like protects them from the Mexicans, something like that, right? And so, like with those predictions in the Quran, they that's how QAnon is this successful, right? And like but those that goes sadly in both directions. So that there are those like what was B2 B4 so the blue unknown stuff as well. And the only way to um, fight that is critical thinking. And this project, exactly this example, and not just when it's like served to you, right? And the best, as I can show, is to like start with a cello. So I will make it a community cello in Einsiedel, so that everyone has access to this cello for the next decade. So that's basically what I will do. And there are, but this is definitely the right idea, right? So